The issue of Biafra comes up again. The issue of Simon Ekpa comes up again with the Nigerian government. We have breaking news reports being shared left, right, center. Reports about Simon Ekpa. And it says, Finnish court approves Simon Ekpa's extradition to Nigeria. Finnish court has approved that Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria. Let me read the news. A Finnish court has approved the extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria with the transfer set for July 15, 2025. Ekpa, who calls himself the Biafran Prime Minister, faces charges including incitement, terrorism, and threats to national security. Now, when such an information is being shared or reported, most Biafrans want to know whether this is true, whether it is authentic, whether it is fake news that, yes, a Finnish court, a court in Finland, has approved that they should bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Most followers of Simon Ekpa, that is the last news they will ever want to hear. Nobody wants to hear their news that they bring Simon Ekpa into Nigeria. Man, the last time Simon Ekpa was arrested, the report that Simon Ekpa was arrested, I had to interview some guys. Like, I spoke to them. I told them, my brother, Simon Ekpa has been arrested. You see the hopelessness, how they reacted, tells a lot of how much impact Simon Ekpa has had on many Igbo people, many Biafrans. You see, the day even Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, man, it was like the world was going to end among Igbo people because they had so much respect for Nnamdi Kanu and they were shocked. All of a sudden, Nnamdi Kanu is missing for 9 days and, of course, no contact, no information. People were confused. And the last place they would ever want to see Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria. At the end of the day, Malami and Co came out and said, we have Nnamdi Kanu. As if that was not enough. This is Simon Ekpa. Reports. I saw this from many handles coming out to say that, yes, the Finnish government has approved Simon Ekpa's extradition. This report I'm reading, the person that wrote the report is writing as somebody that hates Simon Ekpa. He's not writing like a journalist. You know, there are some reports that some media practitioners, they write with sentiment. So it seems like it is coming from an angle of hatred. I believe after Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the most hated Nigerians should be Simon Ekpa. I believe so. From this report that we are getting, that Finnish court approves Simon Ekpa's extradition. The person went on to say that though he claims ties to the indigenous of Biafra, the group has publicly disowned him, calling him a lone wolf and denying any affiliation. DOS that could not inform Biafrans or the Igbo people the whereabouts of Nnamdi Kanu when he was abducted from Kenya also came out and shared the news. They were very happy that Simon Ekpa will be extradited back to Nigeria from their own reports. DOS that were reported to have sold Nnamdi Kanu to the federal government or betrayed Nnamdi Kanu, they also have come out to express their joy of hearing that news that Simon Ekpa will be extradited back to Nigeria. Let me tell you one thing. Amongst us, anybody that is coming out to fight for freedom, we are the ones that will use our hands to attack them. We prefer that the politicians punish us, impoverish us, and kill us. Allow Fulani to destroy us. We prefer that one, and we will get that one. I'm not really a supporter of Simon Ekpa, but I support Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, the enlightenment he brought, I support that. But however, the way Nigerians react to somebody who, however, will stand up against injustice. If you come out, like Very Dark Man said, he took some relief materials, Very Dark Man. He took some relief materials to Plateau State to give the people. However, the same people he wanted to help, we are attacking him. Somebody is dying. You want to give that person something so that that person will not die. The person that is dying is attacking you, that want to save him. So they attacked Very Dark Man verbally. They said, why will he say anything about their governor? So the lives of the people, talking about the governor is much more important than saving the people. So most times, if you are coming to fight for black people, man, you need to resolve that you are standing alone. I'm telling you, a lot of things were said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of things is being said about Simon Ekpa. So we went to ask the confirmation whether this is fake news or real news, whether Simon Ekpa would be extradited. Normally on Twitter they ask Grok. Okay, Grok says, Grok, confirm whether this is fake news. Grok brought this information out. I cannot confirm the claim about Simon Ekpa's extradition to Nigeria. No credible sources verify a Pajat Haim District Court ruling on April 18th, 2025 or an extradition approval for July 15th, 2025. Ekpa remains in custody in Finland with a trial set for June 2025. Check reliable outlets like Vanguard News or the Cable for updates. When I got this information, I had to go and check Punch. All the mainstream media in Nigeria, none of them carried that report. Mind you, it is almost 24 hours. This is almost 24 hours. The court ruling was on, according to their report, the court ruling was on the 18th of April 2025. 18th of April. So today is 23rd. That means within these few days, if the mainstream media have not carried out this news, that means there's a lot of things to debunk that. But I see the joy in the eyes of many Nigerians that people that are fighting, see, look away from the fact that Simon Ekpa has really done a lot of things. But when you stand, look at Sunday Igboho and the rest. Look at people that come out to fight for the masses. The masses in return will attack them because they have been programmed by these politicians to accept their fate as failures in Nigeria. I've said this. You cannot compare an IPOB to Nigeria. At least an IPOB person has come out boldly to determine that he is not going to be a slave in Nigeria. He's going to fight for freedom. He has taken an action. I don't know about in Nigeria. As it is now, as a Nigerian, you cannot come out and protest without having to fear that your rights will be infringed and nothing will happen. There's no justice anywhere. There's no freedom of expression anywhere. If you think there's freedom of expression, when you cross a line, you understand. And there are people supporting the injustice. So a Nigerian, it is not even envious to be a Nigerian at this point in time. A Nigerian somehow depicts foolishness. Foolishness. Look at what is happening in the country today. Nobody can come out and boldly stand up and say, enough is enough. Nobody. Because it seems everybody is compromised. The elite have made sure that your poverty is endemic. Your stupidity, your foolishness is follow come. So anybody who is fighting for the liberation or for a change of system, that person looks like a stupid person. Even the British that came and colonized Nigerians, they went through a lot of killings. They killed a lot of people. Yes, these are the people that set up our systems. Okay? The people that are politicians today, the people that from military, they remove khaki, come become president, they killed a lot of people illegally. And they're the ones that come and tell you that don't fight for your right. My brother, this system must change, and it is something that must change. So my issue with the IPOB of the thing is that A house divided against itself cannot stand. You have a DOS, you have autopilot. In the autopilot, we have two factions. And these people will come together and say we are pushing for a Biafra. Something will happen to this person, that person will be happy. This one will accuse this one. You people are going to meet Nigerian government officials. You're going to meet Hope Uzodinma and Co. to get contracts. A lawyer, a legal counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu reported to have collected contracts from Imo State government. I'm not saying it is wrong, but it is not morally right. I'm not saying it's illegal. A legal counsel is a legal counsel. It's not your family member. It's not your this thing. He is handling a professional job for you. He can take contracts anywhere. But when you look at the case, Biafra and Nigeria, morally you should understand that you should not have any ties at that point in time with a Nigerian outfit. However, that links to you. These are the people that are running this Biafran agitation. Just Nnamdi, the DS, see, I've said this. This crop of people that we see running this Biafra of a thing will not be able to take us home. I'm telling you, from what they are doing, from the confusion they are bringing left, right, center. And for Simon Ekpa would face charges. Simon Ekpa, charges will be, the Nigerian government has confirmed that they have submitted documents so that they will extradite Simon Ekpa. They are expecting Simon Ekpa to be extradited to Nigeria. That is from the Nigerian government. But what do you think will happen? Finland is not a lawless country. Whatever that this guy has committed, Finland does not have a pact with Nigeria. In fact, it is even difficult for us to even ascertain what the fate of Simon Ekpa is in Finland from Nigeria. You have to go to Finland and make that confirmation. You have to call Finland authorities, call the lawyers and make that confirmation. But extraditing Finland, Simon Ekpa from Finland to Nigeria is one thing I don't want. You know why? Because of human rights abuses. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. He has been in detention for a very long time. You go court, you go court, you go court. Release him, court no grip. Persecution, you are persecuting a guy. You cannot try this guy through your court. You cannot convict him through your court. Is that not a human rights abuse? That is a human rights abuse. How did you take Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya into Nigeria? What process necessitated that? Because we know our government is ruled by criminals, is ruled by liars, is ruled by manipulators, is ruled by propagandists, is also ruled by wicked people. So what do you expect? How did Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya enter Nigeria? A David Hundeyin also. So many attempts have been made at him. Even Sunday Igboho, there was a covert operation to seize Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic and bring it to Nigeria under the same Buhari government. When people stand up to fight for the rights of the people, the politicians, the government make you look at them as the evil one, whereby the witches and wizards, the people that need to be dealt with are the politicians. The politicians are worse. There's no politician. The politicians are worse than Simon Ekpa, Sunday Igboho, and even the bandits and Nnamdi Kanu combined. If the politicians are trying to let us see Nnamdi Kanu and co as bad people, the atrocities that these politicians and these government officials have committed against the Nigerian people can never be compared to what is being abrogated to IPOB, even the bandits gone. What the politicians, the atrocities, the criminalities that these politicians have carried on Nigerians. You can see the lack of leadership led to the death. For now, I think 200 or 300 people have died within a space of 1 month because of the negligence of politicians. How many people have, in quotes, the casualties from the IPOB, it is like that. Because I know some people say, yes, but I've told you, if you've watched my broadcast, I said I still stand with Nnamdi Kanu over an Ojukwu. And I give reasons why I'm standing with Nnamdi Kanu over an Ojukwu. If you are standing for something, stand for that thing to the end of the age, irrespective of whatever. Because if you are fighting for relevance, for instance, Ojukwu surrendered, ran out of the country, came back and opened the political party. For what? The wife of Ojukwu accepts a position, an appointment from Tinubu. For what? So that they can maintain their properties. So the agitation for Biafra is limited to your physical possessions. I thought it's a spirit. The agitation for Biafra is limited to what you have. You are protecting what you have, the physical things. I thought it's beyond. Now the Odumegwu Ojukwu is no more. Did he carry any of these things with him? The wife will get to a certain age, she'll be no more. So if you are standing for something, stand to the end and let your hand be clean. That is why I stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the other people, I don't know what they are doing. You are running this, you're running that. But however, I will never rate the politicians, the evil politicians in Nigeria, above these, in quote, freedom fighters. I will never rate. Even the Mietiala leaders, I will never rate politicians. Because there's nothing that is happening. There's no insecurity. There's no uncertainty, instability that is happening in Nigeria that does not have the input of a politician. I've said this. Whether it's IPOB, whether it's Lakorawa or Mahmuda or Akwado or Boko Haram or ISWAP or Yoruba Nation, whatever it is, there is nothing on the face of the earth that happens without the involvement of a politician. So the worst people now that people should be angry with, because I saw the reactions of these Yoruba Ronu people coming to say, yes, Simon Ekpa will now go and meet Nnamdi Kanu in detention. They'll be chopping beans and everything. Simon Ekpa is not your problem. Nnamdi Kanu is not your problem. Sunday Igboho is not your problem. The problem are the politicians that are making you look at them as if these are people that, because of the frustration, I've said this before. You are fighting for a good cause. They go set trap for you now. You are fighting the government. They go set trap for you so that you go fall. When you make mistake, they'll use that mistake and hit you. Bam. IPOB was a peaceful movement. They were carrying placards until the Nigerian army killed how many people for carrying placards. The agitation will not stop because it is a spirit. Biafra will come. Nigeria will divide. Maybe not in our lifetime, but this Nigeria you see, this Biafra you see, will come. It's a spirit. So people will not stop agitating for Biafra. They had to look for means to defend themselves, because how will I come with a placard and the army will open fire on defenseless civilians who are IPOB? They're going about their normal businesses without anything. You carry gun, you spray them, you spray them, and that setup made the IPOB move for self-defense, and the federal government was ready with their pen and barrel. They are the ones that pushed you to the wall to start using whatever you are using to defend yourself. Now them they carry by the right, say, yeah, you cause this, you cause that. That's what the politicians do. They push you to the wall so that you can react. That your reaction, that's what they will use against you. For instance, they arrest you, go to cell. Whatever you say would be used against you in the court of law. You sit down for cell, for police station. After they read it out to you that whatever you say will be used against you in the court of law, you don't talk anything. Police officer come give you slap. Pa. Match you, pa. Try to provoke you to anger so that you can say something so that they can use it against you. Why the slap? Why the kick? Who is the more evil person? It is the person that is slapping and kicking you so that they can look for something they can use against you. These are what politicians do. They have said the division of Nigeria is non-negotiable. My brother, it is negotiable. So that's why any element you see that is fighting for the liberation of the people, whether they are criminal elements or elements on the right path, the politicians always have a hand in it. I'm telling you, I got a report that some people are meeting, some of these IPOB members are meeting, it's on social media, it's on Twitter, are meeting government officials in Southeast. People, and the person they are saying is Uzodinma. Imagine, just imagine. Just imagine. Well, whatever it is, I know Simon Ekpa's followers, they passionately follow him like a cult group. They passionately follow him. If they don't want to hear Simon Ekpa wants to be extradited, but for now, as we speak, the news is not confirmed, so it's termed as fake news that Simon Ekpa will be extradited back to Nigeria. No court have confirmed, it has not been confirmed by any court. However, if you get your information, post the link of information. But so far as I have this, the phone I'm using to record and this other phone I'm using, the internet, searched everywhere, I've not gotten any information. All I see is propaganda and agenda setting. If they are going to do that in the future, let's wait for the trial set for June. Let June come. If they carry out their trial, it will be everybody. Like I said, I've checked Punch, I've checked Vanguard, The Guardian, I've checked The Nation itself, The Nation, Nigerian Tribune. There's nothing as the Sun newspaper. There's nothing as Simon Ekpa. It has been confirmed that Simon Ekpa will be extradited back to Nigeria.